Ladies and gentlemen, I am your Gamer Star Trek Online, and welcome once again to the Tribble Time Warp for Delta Rising. It is the 30th of September, and after a slight technical hiatus owing to a rather uncooperative motherboard, I am back. You thought you were rid of me, you fools, you poor deluded fools. Anyhow, let's get on with it. So, first and foremost, we have some duty officer missions in the Delta Quadrant now. A lot of these are the standard Alpha Quadrant stuff that we all know and love, but there are some new ones as well. Recover Borg artifacts from the battlefield, 20-hour common grade, gets you 145 skill points, 17 expertise, 90 exploration XP, 5 dilithium, 20 energy credits. I suppose someone had to give their pocket money back for that one. XP and success curve isn't too shabby, although it's worth noting this is a very high-end crew I'm throwing at the mission, so perhaps we shouldn't be surprised. But a crit success ramps the rewards up quite nicely, especially to 125 dilithium. So we'll kick them off onto that. We can also update astrometric readings in the various sectors. Now, I would imagine that this is going to require, astrometrics probes, but it only requires one, and you only need a single science officer, eidetic memory, and logical being a boost. Interesting to note that you have a success boost from science, despite it being a requirement. And your rewards for that one are pretty standard, actually. It looks like 20 energy credits is a fairly flat option for their basic success chance of 54%. Pretty hard to fail, that one. Medical have a new toy. Gather antiviral spores from Wyanti. This is uncommon grade, 2 hours. Pretty stock rewards, actually. 65 medical XP, 5 dilithium, 20 energy credits again. Not much in the way of skill points or expertise, but it is only green quality. And it's pretty hard to make a mess of it as well, with the right duty officers attached, so biochemists in particular. Not sure why you need cunning for this one, but okay, fair enough. So what do you get? Well, on a crit, you're up to 225 medical XPs, 125 dilithium, or 40 energy credits. Very nice little boost. Pity it's only a 20% success chance, even with decent duty officers assigned. So let's get them away on that. We can see what the results are tomorrow. Colonial has got an interesting one. Assists the cooperative with reintegrating former drones. This is 40 hours. It's a blue quality. And if we set up the planning on this, 5 dilithium ore, no energy credits for some reason, a lot of Colonial XP, 539, skill points 343, and expertise 41. You're basically looking at councillors and civilians do this, so basically break out the softly crown for this one. A crit success is even better, 250 dilithium ore, 2000 Colonial XP, and 935 skill points are the headline rewards for that. Very much a colonial mission, worth noting that you don't have to dispose of colonists to get it done, however, so we'll begin that one, and since we have a second option, going to a different location, we can try it with some slightly lower quality officers. Not too much of a difference on the success curve, 73% chance success, 19% chance crit, with a 8 to 9% chance of it all going horribly belly up. So, get both of those ticking, we'll see what those do in a couple of days. Resettle colonists is a standard one. Broker trade agreements between the cooperative and the Arendal. I think that's a new one, let's note it up. Again, high grade quality, only a 1 in 5 chance of success. That seems to be a roundabout cryptic ceiling for duty officer missions at the moment. Not too shabby on the rewards, but you do need diplomats and traders to make that one work. Luckily, tactful does tend to come with diplomats. And cunning as well. Well, let's get them out, see what happens. And another trade option here, negotiating safe passage through the Intarban territory. Again, pretty standard. Send a couple of the chatty guys off and have them go talk. So, all very much standard stuff. On the personal side, nothing of note, and if we look at the department heads, particularly the ops officers, again, there's nothing particularly of note here. Relocate colonists, that's all the standard stuff. And if we look at the tactical assignments, yeah, Nothing of note, although we will run a strike on the Fugitive Support Network, because that one's always worth grabbing, even on Tribble. So, on to the missions. Having dealt with the Dragon's Deceit, we now move on to another sector patrol. At least that's what it looks like. Better with Friends. The new Delta Alliance is a little shaky, and some of them will need convincing. So, dual Tetrion beambanks, and Hyperimpulse, all Mark 12. I'm guessing that's an typo. We're going to find out fairly quickly. I'd like to think it would be Mark 13 by this point, but 3,000 skill points, 8,500 expertise, and we're on another set of system patrols. So, the Kelsid system, the Ramizard, Farn, and Zal systems, and we also have another one from Sub-Commander Sahen, which does tend to be the interesting one. So, now we'll be friends. Well, kinda, and we weren't really at each other's throats until they kind of started making their plays. Anyway, the Benthans and the Hazari need some motivation. Oh, this is going to be really, really sneaky, isn't it? Time for a false flag operation, boys and girls. We are off to the Ziokel? Not sure. And here we are! Welcome to the Chiokel system, where we have a Delan Warbird waiting for us. Sub-Commander, what skullduggery are we getting up to this time? The agreements aren't as stable as we might seem. It's time for a little mutual protection and understanding. There's a Vaadwaur ship. But this is a false flag up. You want to trick our allies? Yes, this is defending. Fine, but I'm not entirely comfortable with this. I'm hoping the Klingon version has some slightly stronger language attached to that sentiment, but let's go. We need to go get an escort squadron. The Vaadwaur patrol is dead ahead. Let's go say hi. Okay, there we go. So let's go disable that ship. Shouldn't be too hard to do. Come back. Okay, so start with the assault vessel. Open up the tracked beam. Depth charges away. 2 can play that game. For the record, Captain Gecko has said that Eat My Dust is going to get toned down quite significantly, which is fortunate. There we go. Did that just interrupt the animation on rock and roll? Yes, I rather think it did. Okay, that's fine. Defensive tractors away. Break in invasives. Intercept that Tricobalt device. And yes, looks like it is a display bug. A rather annoying one, though. The Vaadwaur shield grid is still reversed port to starboard. Let's see if it's reversed front, fore and aft as well. So, we'll do a fast pass on its stern, and it's gone into underspace. Terrific! Right, here come the mooks. Have a Tricobalt device, boys. Fun for all the family. This should be interesting. Tractor mines, and come on. Boom. There we go. Got rid of him. Back onto the heavy artillery vessel. Scan and subnuke. And defensive tractors again, just to get rid of that Tricobalt device. Right, now this is what we needed to do. Fast pass. Yes, it's reversed fore and aft as well. Fine. Interesting that it's not reversed on the heads-up display, but such is the way of things. Okay, hopefully that cluster torpedo will finish the job for us. So, between the tractor mines, the cluster torpedo, and everything else, we should be pretty much done at this point. Come on, round we go. As far as Eat My Dust goes, I think the best thing to do would just be to leave the engine closed in as an effect. They really do the job quite nicely. Anyhow, finish it off manually. Come on. Disable. Come on. Get on with it. Fine, we'll settle this broadside to broadside then. There we go. Thank you. Right, set remote guidance system. Let's go see what we can do with a Vaadwaur heavy artillery vessel. Bear in mind that we are meant to be deliberately throwing this fight. So, set remote guidance. Okay. I'm sending you the coordinates. Okay, set the stage. Of course, promote goodwill, preemptive diplomacy. Tell them the others like the angle of the deflected. Yep, let's go beat some influence. As soon as ready, she'll send in the ship. Righty ho, make it so. Somewhere, someone has just spilled a cup of tea at this kind of subterfuge. However, oh, that's a very pretty star system. Put her on screen. Okay, set the stage, then send the signal. Righty-ho, be ready to do your part. Let's go talk to each other. We'll start with the Benthans. In fact, we have to start with the Benthans. Let's go talk. Hey guys, how's things? All real quiet in this... Benthans, I respect you. I don't know what we said to them, but apparently they do like the angle of the deflected dishes. Now, where's the next grid? There we go. Hidden system. Quite a long way apart from each other, in fact. Right, so... a couple of Azari. Hey guys. Of course they want the Alliance and it's stronger. Vaadwaur detected. They're attacking the Bentham patrol. Fine, what's this? Excellent. Off we go. Really, they should have called in the ship before we did this. Signal. That's out of sequence. We told the Hazari that the Benthans were being attacked before they actually were. So that's going to be a little tricky. That needs to be tightened up. Yeah, and there we go. Now, the smart Hazari will then ask, hang on, how did we know about that before the attack actually started? However, let's get this done. Defeat the remote control Vaadwaur ship, preferably without anybody noticing the deception. Which means we need to make a fast job of this. That would actually make an interesting plot twist. If you don't get this done in a few minutes, you have to knock down a complication of some kind. But with this particular kind of ship and the fact that it would be yet another DPS check, perhaps that wouldn't be such a good idea. Anyhow, tractor beams engaged. Let's just go for a fast knockdown. Come on. I also want to see if we can reproduce this problem. Okay, so we should... so if we go into rock and roll, then get hit... yeah, it's... Eat My Dust's animation is overwriting rock and roll. And I imagine you can make the same happen in reverse. So that's another good reason to get rid of the shaky, shaky dance on Eat My Dust. Let's say just the bright purple engine glow should do the trick quite nicely. It's subtle, that engine glow. It's subtle, it does the job, and it makes it clear that something has gone down without being quite so intrusive. However, broadside to broadside for the moment. Keep the shields going. Try Cobalt, really? Have a tractor beam. It did actually detonate, but no matter. Lags a pain like that. Ah, we're bumping right up against the planet and we're not hitting atmosphere. Oh, well, I don't think there was an ecosystem to destroy in the first place. All stop. Let's see how well this worked. Your alliance will not stop the Vaadwaur supremacy. That's not too bad a holo filter. Okay. What are you doing here? We don't need your help. The Vaadwaur are trying to flank you states. Otherwise... oh, no, we do have incoming. Fine, let's get on with it. I suppose that was a good strike against the Vaadwaur. Let's go have some more fun. Is this banter meant to happen when they're not actually... oh, right, well... when they're not actually engaged. Because that was rather rapid fire. I think that was meant to happen in the fight. And why have we now got this second wave coming in? It seems a bit pointless. However, let's get it done. Nice of the Vaadwaur to show up anyway, it has to be said. Still, that second wave seems a little superfluous somehow. Anyhow, let's talk to the allies. Okay, everything worked out. No one's hurt. Well, almost no one. A lot of dead Vaadwaur, but they don't count, if you say so. And, oh, we actually got the Delta Alliance Mark package. Okay, fair enough. And Sub-Commander Sahen wants to talk again. That was convenient, wasn't it? The actual Vaadwaur ship's very convenient. Yes. Okay, why is my science officer suddenly doing time on a Romulan ship? Goodbye, Sub-Commander. Right. Let's leave the system. Okay, so some of the scripting in the conversations for that patrol definitely needs work. Most notably the in-mission dialogue between the Benthans and the Hazari, and that end dialogue as well. But that's all for the next build, ladies and gentlemen. Until next episode and the next round of the Delta Quadrant patrols, I have been Israel, that has been the Tribble Timewarp, and we are indeed better with friends. Farewell.